Hello everyone, this is Sidekickjason with another Season 2 episode commentary. Today it looks like we'll be covering episode 43. So, let's get right to it. So, today we're going to be looking at Dusty Rusty. And we open up with this lovely scene of the lakeside. That was one of my, I'm kind of partial to all these sets, but I really enjoyed that one. That one took a lot of different foam buildings. It was a lot of work to build that one, but it turned out really nice, and I'm really content with it. In my opinion, it looks really well replicating what they had in Season 4. I wish I could have had some kind of wall, the rock wall that is behind the village there, like in the TV series, but I didn't have room in my set in order to fit that. So, but yeah, turned out nice either way. I like it. Wish I would have had more episodes and things take place there, but I did what I could. So, right now we're up at the Slate Incline. Kind of an interesting thing. So that the rock wall that's to the side of the Slate Incline that you can see right there, that was one of the most difficult projects to try and build for these sets of episodes. That was the biggest pain because I used the Woodland Scenics rock molds that they have with plaster, and I thought that it would be easy to do, and then I would just place them on foam and create that whole rock wall look, but that was not easy. It took a long time. It just wasn't as practical as what I thought. So, but it ended up looking really nice in the end, and I'm happy with the results. So, yeah. So now, back here at the narrow gauge engine sheds, yeah, you could have seen back there. James was pulling some salt wagons that I had gotten those in a couple of packs. I think one was the Quarry Trucks pack and the Day of the Diesels, the Diesel Works pack of trucks that they had released. And there was two different salt wagons. They were both green, but I painted them to be tan like how they were in the TV series. And I really like the way that those turned out. So in the story so far, Rusty's been pretty down. He had some engine troubles at the beginning, and Duncan and Sir Handel helped him out and took him back to the shed. And now, since he found out that his engine parts won't be able to, they won't be there for quite a while, so he's forced to wait there. But Edward just shows up to talk to Rusty and try and cheer him up. This is a fun scene. This is kind of like of the narrow gauge episodes. This is the fun moment I got to have with Edward, throwing in Edward's theme, and I really liked the wagons that he was carrying with scrap and all of that. I had fun creating that scene when I was coming up with ideas for this episode. So that was one of the highlights that I knew about this episode when I was covering the plot and different things. So right now we've got Sir Handel again acting sick, similar to the episode Trucks or Rusty Helps Peter Sam from the TV series Season 4. So now that's going to cause problems for the railway, so Rusty is going to have to step in and help take the morning passenger train. So we'll see what happens though with his, his Dusty engine. So now we got the manager coming up and talking to Rusty. In the TV series, you've got Mr. Percival that covers the narrow gauge sets, the narrow gauge railway, which I think that's a good idea because they had a thin controller in the railway series, but since my series is based off of seasons 1 through 5, there wasn't actually a controller for the railway at that point, and it was mainly, there's that salt wagon again that I was talking about. Anyway, there wasn't a controller for the railway, so it was always Sir Topham Hatt. But just so it isn't always Sir Topham Hatt appearing, I made sure that it was that there was like a manager or a foreman or someone that could come in and talk. So, yeah. In the last episode commentary, we talked about those Red Express coaches, so there they are again. This is a fun little animation thing, this whole accident scene. Definitely one of my favorites of this season. So, Rusty sneezing and the dust going everywhere and causing quite the problem. So, sadly I couldn't, I wish I would have known a way to do some sort of like effect so that way it looked like Gordon got all dusty and really grimy, but there was no way to really show that very well, so It's very small dust that's on Gordon now. You just picture him being covered with a very thin layer of dust. You can't see it from far away, but up close you'd be like, oh, that's filthy. So now Sir Handel's got to come in and step in. He's got to save the day since Rusty is out of commission now. So Rusty's plan didn't, well, not Rusty, Sir Handel's plan about trying to get out of work didn't work this time. So now he's got to pull the train. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, Gordon.
And that figure that we just saw, that was the Ertl diecast figure. I have that one and Sir Topham hat, Mrs. Kindly, Dowager hat, and I'm not sure, I believe a few more. I'm not sure how many there are. So I've got them that I use for some of the close-up scenes. I'm going to try and utilize them a little bit more. So, yeah. So now the workmen are going to try and clean up Gordon so that way he can be on his way with the express. And now Rusty's going to get some news about what's going on with his engine. So, after this accident, Rusty seems pretty bummed, but since he finds out that he's going to be sent to the works to get his engine repaired, he's now pretty happy. So, yeah, good fun episode. Definitely that whole episode just came about just because of the rhyming Rusty with Dusty. So I guess everything from it just expanded from that point. So, well, looks like we're at the end here. You can see my Bachmann Terrence model that I used for this little outro. So it turned out really nice. I really like the way the Bachmann does some of their stuff. So glad I could incorporate it into the series. So we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks, and hope you guys enjoy some more videos.